This morning we're going to be tying a fly that's basically an entirely glow-in-the-dark version of a Comet. We've made a couple changes as far as the body of the fly, and namely the eyes. So what I have here is an SL45 number 4 Gamakatsu bonefish hook. I've got a 5/32 dazzle bead in the glow-in-the-dark configuration. I'm tying with a new product from Uni today called glow thread. It's a 3/0 thread that glows in the dark, and so we have the bead on there already. We're going to start the thread right behind the eye, right behind the bead, excuse me. Make a nice foundation wrap. Trim off our excess. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to tie in a tail. The tail is made out of glow yarn from Uni. On top of that glow yarn, I'm going to use glow-in-the-dark Flashabou. This is the kind of the green coloration. So you might be asking, well, why are we tying a glow-in-the-dark fly? A lot of our Chinook salmon spots tend to be crowded. Sometimes it's nice to be into your spot before the sun comes up. While you're sitting there waiting for the sun to get officially over the horizon while still in legal fishing time, you can charge this up with a flashlight and cast out into the water, and I have caught fish during legal fishing hours in pitch black conditions on this fly. So I just laid a little hank of that Flashabou along the top. This stuff's not super, like pearl flashy like the typical Flashabou, but it does glow in the dark. So I'll make a couple wraps, parachute style, just to make sure that that tail doesn't want to foul as much. Next thing I'm going to do is I've taken a piece of this UV chewy skin, glow in the dark. I've cut off a thin length of it. I'll lay that down the shank.
This fly's going to work during the day too, though.
I would imagine. I haven't fished it as much during the day as I have in darker conditions, but it does work. We'll just take some wraps here towards the front.
That stuff looks like it's going to be great for bonefish flies too.
I think we're just scraping the surface as to all the uses of this stuff. It's a really, really cool product from top to bottom. It's easy to work with. It comes in a huge range of colors. We've had really good success with some of the other patterns we've tied with it. In fact, I think we didn't we do a bonefish fly here on the blog?
Yeah, but that glow in the dark is cool though.
That's interesting. Yeah, glow in the dark for bonefish. That would be kind of neat. I've got a hen hackle here. This is a whiting in chartreuse, and I think this is the yellow chartreuse. They kind of have two different colors. They're kind of more of a limey one, and then one more that's a little bit more yellow. This is the more yellow of the. Tie that in there in traditional salmon hackle style.
A Metz hatchery soft tackle feather would be fine.
That would also work.
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Let's take our whip finisher here. So there you have it, a glow-in-the-dark Comet. No eyes to have to adjust. The beads on there pretty much for good now. We'll drop a Zap-A-Gap on there. We'll ensure that it's not going to do any rotating on you either. It's one of my favorites. I hope it's one of yours too.